No one ever said being a mum was going to be easy. And when it comes to your family's nutrition and healthy living, I understand it can be particularly challenging and often emotional, especially when you're bombarded with so many different opinions. As mums, we always aim to provide the very best for our family, which often means putting ourselves at the bottom of the pecking order, particularly when it comes to our own well-being. But just consider this for me. Kids form their habits and beliefs from watching us day to day. Our actions and choices quite literally influence them and shape the way they live their lives. Not only that, if we don't take the right steps to maintain our own health, who will take care of the family if we fall prey to illness? Which isn't something the majority of people even consider until it actually happens to them. So allow me to just share a true story with you that really, really touched my heart. I remember sharing a train with a young lady and her mum who were on the way to Children in Need's annual event a couple of years ago. This little girl was receiving an award for being her mum's carer at the age of only 12. And honestly, I cannot tell you the guilt this little girl's mum expressed to me. She told me she felt as though she had deprived her little girl of her childhood, and that was a guilt that haunted her every single day of her life. And she said if she could turn back the clock and do things differently, because she identified where the deterioration in her health came from, and she said if she could turn the clock back and do things differently, she would do it. It's a story that I will never ever forget because it really touched me. I got quite emotional when I was talking to this lady because I felt her pain, and I suppose it sits more with me now because I'm a mum myself, and the thought of because I have been compromised with my own health, suffering from advanced Crohn's disease. I know that when I was in active disease, there's no way I could have been able to care for my daughter the way she needs to be cared for. So I'm going to do everything within my power to make sure that I never get into that position ever again. You see, it can happen to any one of us without warning sometimes. So wouldn't it make perfect sense to take the necessary steps to understanding how our own bodies work, what affects it negatively, and how we can better protect our own health long term so we can then apply these principles to safeguard our family's long term health too? In fact, this knowledge is key to shaping their future. But with all the conflicting information out there, online and in the media, I totally understand it can get a little confusing to know what's right and what's wrong. So how can I help you? Well, my name's Kate Eaton and I'm a nutrition and lifestyle coach with over 16 years experience specialising in immune and inflammatory health conditions. I also work very closely with a doctor of nutritional science who has written a number of peer-reviewed papers on inflammation and inflammatory conditions. The principles I teach and follow has allowed me to fully recover from the advanced stages of Crohn's disease without the assistance of medication, and additionally made it possible for my mum to dramatically extend her life expectancy whilst battling two very unpredictable forms of cancer and defying the odds for over 14 years. So I can personally say that the knowledge I have to share is incredibly valuable. This is where I would like to invite you to take part in a free week's trial of my Get Healthy Bootcamp, which will give you instant access to the first challenge within my 21-week program. And you'll get all the resources that go along with that challenge to support you within that process. You also be able to get a sneak peek and a tour around the members area, so you've got advance notice as to what to expect within the program as you move forward. So to get started, just click the link in the video or in the post, wherever you see a link, and I look forward to seeing you over there.